Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 553. This we're discussing a few episodes from Ryusoulger, episodes 37 to 41, along with the movie. Let's look at the movie first, and my biggest problem with this movie. Okay, I had to watch the movie on two different websites, and I had the same problem both times. The audio mixing was horrible. Like, it sounded so bad. Like, here's the thing. Like, it's like they didn't sync everything up properly with this movie. I can tell what's going on. Like, an example of this is they open the movie up with Clone in clearly a cave, and normally they're able to do this no problem, sync up the audio with whatever's going on. It's like it wasn't connecting properly. I don't know what would happen with this. So, we have Klon, where he is the one who's a slime. He goes to a cave, and we find a Gangalar. Yes, the only Gangalar left. Now, in the previous one, we actually had a connection to that one. It's like, we had the body double, the main villain. We brought back some grunts from that one. This one, nope. None of the grunts come back from the previous one for some reason. We have the Gangalar back. We do have one treasure here. And it's, believe it or not, it's the treasure chest from Gokai just repainted. And it was kept by the Raichu tribe, except it was kept by the Water tribe version. And let him go. And then, the Ryusoulger just randomly run into Noel. I know who this is because he's one of those characters who does parkour. He shows up, asks where treasure is, and then the Gangalar shows up. Apparently this Gangalar, by the way, we also have it where Ko and his mech get into an argument, and then 5 mechs are taken. Why these 5 mechs taken is completely unknown. Carmelo, the one who's raised to gold, he apparently no one can get contact for some weird reason. And the place of this movie is kind of weird. Whereas, the best way it's placed is between episodes 40 and 41. Except there's an item that pops up in episode 39 doesn't appear for some weird reason. And it's like, we can't exactly fight this thing. By the way, this movie is only 55 minutes. You're like, what? 55 minutes? Why the heck is a verse movie that short? It just feels like combined 2 episodes. Or 3. Yeah, and all this basically is like, let's have Otto run into Lupin Yellow in the movie, who had the manga that his friend made. Let's see. I think it wasn't Otto, was Camel runs into Panther Pink. And then she goes to a restaurant, runs into Lupin Blue, who was keeping his fiance for some weird reason. Also, in the case of, I think it was, also one thing with Panther Pink, is that she's doing a little capsuling. I actually saw this thing when I was at Ranger Stop a few months ago. And she wanted this thing, but of course, Camera just happened. Of course, they're joking about, maybe you have a her fiance. And no, they're just acquaintances. In the case of Red, they actually find the Gangalar and they all get separated. He ends up being found by Lupin Red, who is staying at a warehouse. Also, guess who of the cast of Lupin Patranger who's not here? Well, Commissioner Hilltop is not here because he made his last appearance at the end of Lupinranger's Patranger. Same thing with Lupin's butler. Yeah, he's not here either. And here's something also really weird with this first movie. This is the first movie I've seen. No mech battle. You're like, what? No mech battle? I don't know what happened here. This is really weird. You would think like, oh, a mech battle. Nope, none. Last movie did. This one did not for some weird reason. I do not know the reason for this. It is so baffling. Overall, the movie was just okay. It's just that I couldn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would because of, well, because of all the audio issues. I mean, the only time I could think of where the audio actually was fine was briefly when they had the fight sequence where they had all the grunts. What is it? Oh, they had the Patranger, the Gangler's grunts in this movie. They were not here at all. I don't remember seeing them. Unless somehow I missed the Panda Men. I do not remember seeing them here. It is so baffling. Unless it was a very brief thing for them. The movie itself is fine. It's just that I kind of wish I would remember it better if the audio was synced up properly. Heck, I went to the websites and still basically still couldn't probably fix it. Oh, and the Ganglar? Yeah, it's a guy called Gemma Nagai. He's like apparently like the only surviving one, of course, because the fact he's got the mechs, of course they... Oh, and by the way, how they get the mechs out of him is by having, get this, they have 3 of the 6 Ryusoulgers become Lupinrangers. Just so they can make, like, because they need like 10 dial devices, but they only have 8 dial fires, so basically use duplicates to get everybody out, and they have the mechs. You think, oh, mechs are there. Mech battle. Nope. Not really. It's like, once, of course, basically, the monster's defeated, he is just done. It's like, what was the point of having him here? Also, this is really weird for these verse movies. Is that for these verse movies, you have only one person of the villain group in here? You're like, what the hell is this? Now, if you're really curious about this, you think, okay, what about the previous year's one? Did it have actual villains in the main series pop up here? In the case of that one, it's just a one-shot villain. In the case of the one from 2017, for that one, did they have any of the grunts pop? Like, I think this one did have. It had a few of the villains, but at least it was more than freaking one. In the case of the Ninja Turtles Tokuger, this one, Had a few, but at least they had somebody. It just seems as though, like, ever since they did Kyoji vs. Tokyuji, which that one did have the entire villain cast, they had pretty much everybody there, which is awesome. But it's like, afterwards, it's like, they just don't freaking care to feature them. I'm like, why? It feels kind of pointless, this movie. Yeah, it feels very pointless. Oh, by the way, first movies, I have 1, 2, 3 left. Yep, 3 more. Well, 4 if you include Lupinranger. Oh, by the way, for attention movies, I think I pretty much have seen. There's a couple more I need to see here, but a lot of the other ones I have seen already. Yep. But yeah, oh, in the case of the episodes themselves, I should probably talk about those. But I'd say of the first movies, this one was pretty weak. So 37 is a standalone episode where Tamago is accused of injuring a child. Turns out it was actually just not really. And it was all about basic covering for using toy guns. It's a okay episode, and the monster is made from, like, his mom. 30-39 I thought was really good. Excuse me, yes. 38 is the first appearance of the Ryusoulger Caliber. That's something that was missing from the movie itself. First appearance of Yuno in the show. And the whole thing is basically having red and gold go on trials or anything from a temple, the very first temple. She's there for some reason. No explanation for that. Though it seems like, oh, maybe that she forgot. Oh, no, she remembered. And that's the last time we see her. Well, she just made a flashback in another episode. But this episode was her last appearance ever in the franchise. Well, it was great to see her again. Yep. And for all her ancestors, they don't mention the fact that her father was also the host of the Golak Armor. No mention that here at all. None. And of course, the monster. This one is like, oh, made from one of the villains, which I thought that was interesting. Yeah, because it's like his own henchman. I do like 38 and 39. 39 basically is quite interesting because they freeze him just so they have him die next episode. Oh, and in the case of Precious, they kind of reveal what his plan is. His plan is to revive the Welfare Tribe's boss, Eris. And this came to play at the end of episode 38, once the Ryusoulger Caliber was unlocked. And that was going to do Max, but do get a chance to see everybody get a chance to try it on the Coke. I thought that was really cool. Then by the end, they kill off on their villain. Yep. Basically, he's like a regular general because they do have like one general got killed off. He's technically third general got killed off in the show, but yeah. And the only reason we had him die because they just ran out of use for him. And here's something really weird about this guy. Unlike other villains would just get resurrected per se. Not the case of Kacharis. Oh no! Once he died, he stayed dead. Never brought back at any point. He just died. Yeah. And it was in a Christmas episode, which I thought that was interesting. And we also introduced a one-shot girl, which of course they actually happened where this girl. Oh, by the way, she actually played in the live-action Sailor Moon as Mahiko Ano. And there's a joke in the whole thing that Bumba's got a thing for this teacher, which I thought was kind of funny. But this will be her sole appearance ever in Sentai. This one episode. I do like the whole Christmas aspect of this episode, so pretty fun. 40! Very important. Oh, by the way, in the case of, like, episode 38, debut the Five Nights Blue, the only appearance of a thing. 40 is really cool. Because it's all about nightmares, and also that the Monsters one, get this. Like apparently he's feared to be like the ultimate, like, fear, like the ultimate Minosaur, and his form is Dai Saint Ultra form. You're like, why is Dai Saint here? Well, it's him. It's a super, but just repainted. Yes, and when they adapt this character for Daniel Fury, they made him Lokar's nephew. Why not? Really cool Minosaur. I'm interesting he got defeated, and it's all connected to a cursed mirror. And if you're curious, was that, and yeah, first one a little bit since they've had like a cursed monster, like an object one. In the case object one, yeah, that was the last one. Yeah, and Exodus I Watch will feature the final human-based Minosaur. Yep, the last one. But you might think, is there any more for the series? No. I think that one pops next episode. I think he's going to be the official last one. Yes. Also, 41 will debut a brand new villain named Salden. Who, get this, they mistake him for a completely different character named Udon. You wanna know why? The pillars. Because it's a modified version of his suit. And he just is there. Yeah, and of course he gets beat up by the characters. And yeah, in the case of 41, you were thinking, is there a minus of 41? No. Basically, it's all about one of the sword of the Kappa sword being stolen. And also, we see the guest appearance of Maya, played by Ragiko Sakuta, who played Mayu from Kamen Rider Force, which makes it the second Kamen Rider alumni to appear on the show. First being the actress played Aiko from Double, now the one from Force. I'm like, cool. Oh, this one was very pretty. She's only like just a year younger than my sister, which means she's like 33. Which means when she did Mayu, she was only like not even 20 yet. And for Sentai, this was technically one of only two she ever did. The other time she appeared in Sentai was actually in the 10th Go Kaiju movie. You're like, really? Yes, really. So, what's up for her? The team before was a wizard. And that's it. That's the only thing left to go for her. Yep. Oh yeah, she's picked here as Carlos' ex-fiance, which I thought was kind of funny. And it's all about basically like going on a trip, like actually sort of like participate in a movie, and they transform. They have those suits. I thought 41 was kind of fun. But if you think about it, like 30 and 39, good. I like 40. Like, there's nothing really bad in these episodes. Just 37 probably is the weak one of these 5. But the worst is Gavin movie. Yes. It is by far, like, even I can tell what's going on. It is not the good version because there's not a lot of interaction to characters. Oh, in the case of Lupinranger versus Lupinranger and Patranger, they interact aside from battle like in one scene together. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also the weird thing in the movie is that, let's have Baba Toba be arrested for carrying a sword. I'm like, it's their thing. I'm like, why? It really made no sense at all. The fact they just had to do this. Yeah. But not much to say about this stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much it for particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up is Fire Force. Okay, thanks, video. Bye.